All right, traders, it looks like my internet's not being the best. I'll give you guys that warning right off the hop. So if you guys hear me chopping out, please let me know in the chat. I'll try to do my best to get you right over to none other than Joel Elconin and see what he thinks about this market. It's been a red tape. Apple coming down, Tesla coming down big. Is this going to have longer ramifications? We'll go ahead and talk about it right here on At the Close.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joe, it looks like my internet is on this type of market day.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Do your best. If you cut out, you need to go. No problem with me. We got our work cut out for us here, Mitch. All right, let's just
trying
run.
to come back here.
And before you say, Joel, share the charts, I'm actually going to share the charts here. I'm going to go to my yards. I'm going to go to my yard. I am not going to be on mute, and I'm going to share my charts, and I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do for this entire show until I don't. Okay. I'll talk about the S&Ps in more detail in 1 second, but we're down 84 handles at 36.48. That's not good. The dollar, Mitch and I were talking about this. The dollar's down, but that ain't seem to be helping things, so that's not good. Dollar's down 35 cents here at 112.15. TLT down, but we didn't take out yesterday's low. That's down 51 cents, 103.82. Crude in the red. That's down 73 cents at 81.42. Gold down $1.30, 1668.70. Silver in the red by 9 cents, 18.79. Bitcoin down $105 at 19.14.15. And Ethereum futures, they're up $1.50. There's something green on my screen. Ethereum futures up $1.50 at 13.30.50.
Well, it seems like it was the day to watch Apple, and I tried to kind of really call that out in pre-market for us because I was worried about it. And it wasn't that, I thought that Apple would really take us down, but I was wondering, could we really even have that pattern continue where Apple's down and the market up? Not a pattern we see often. And it went right back into kind of the correlation here as you saw Apple take out those lows.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I really had for you guys this morning. I wasn't no soothsayer as far as, getting short and staying short. But you blinked at yesterday's low at 44.84, go to 40.68, and you're a buck off that. I mean, you know what? They the generals are getting shot, right? Tesla's down, Apple's down, that everyone complained when the market was going up. Oh, it's only these 4 or 5 stocks, right? Well, we're complaining when they, we weren't complaining when they get up, but now, they're going down. So I don't know. I mean, Bloomberg, they kicked it in the teeth. Bank America, hopped on it. Who knows if they're going to, what is actually going to happen. But, it just, another downgrade there, and we'll go. Mitch?
I'm still here. I just took my camera down to maybe try to adjust the internet a little bit, try to give it a little bit more audio for you guys.
Right. People could
I don't think you got to see my pretty face,
Yeah, you could just see me, man. You could just see me. I'm sure all the women in the chat will enjoy that.
Hey, you never know. You might get some men to enjoy that, Joe.
I opened myself up on that.
Yeah, you set yourself up for that
one.
I
did.
Let's
and you know what? I set it up. This is what I did. The old Mitch baseball player. I threw it, and you just were like, you were waiting on the changeup, Mitch. And you got a changeup, and you were out in front of it, and you ripped it. So
I pulled it. I pulled the Judge and hit a 61 home run.
You know what? Everyone's getting
shout out to him.
Well, everyone's getting all giddy about 61. I mean, that's not the record. I mean,
no one cares about Bonds' steroid record.
No one cares about Bonds and McGuire?
Nah, no one cares about the steroid records. They kicked those out, Joel. It's crazy. I never thought it would actually happen. Bonds at the Hall of Fame. They're gonna keep them out, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's get into this market before we get yelled at. Let's talk about what is moving out
Wait,
there.
can I be positive? Can I be
Yeah.
positive?
Bring some positive spin.
Okay. We made, and this is just for me, and because the way that I look at my levels, the way I look at the markets, I include the 24-hour market. Okay,
Okay.
we made a higher low. If we can hold on, we've made a higher low in the S&P from yesterday. Okay, a higher low is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, we may be able to. And the other thing I'd look at is the low close in the move, right? Because the closing price, that's what people are marked. Even in the S&Ps and the stocks. At this moment, the low close of the move is 36.61. Okay, that was made a couple days ago. We're probably going to improve. We're probably going to improve. I don't know how you want to put it, but we're probably going to post a new closing low for the move here today. But what I like to see, if we could get a couple low closes, the first and second one, they kind of line up together, and then overnight, you kind of just open up at that area, it catches a bid, and it keeps on going. So we didn't make a new low for the move as of yet. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 22 minutes? And B, if we do make a new closing low for the move, then it might not be by much. So I know Triple D will be yelling at me because the market's going to zero, but we shall see. But those are the
I
couple
can't blame
positive.
you. I can't blame you for that outlook, at least in the short term. Why? Because we are in oversold conditions, right? We could have a nice little bear market rally. We have the PCE coming tomorrow, so maybe we get some good inflation data. We're oversold, and then all of a sudden a spike. Very much could happen. One of the things that I've tried to do more and more by going through this bear market is being flexible at moments of turn. I think this is one of those moments that you could turn back towards the upside and get a little bit of a short squeeze.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to on PreMarket Prep Plus. One of the traders was in there. Was like, Nvidia looks like it's going to hold, and I'm like, well, if it holds 122.14, then yeah, okay. But if not, then if you could cut bait, and you might have a chance to do it again instead of just holding on. So that's important to do. But Nvidia, that's a new low for the move. No 119.46. Dime 543. I mean, do you want to be? Let's not go into Fed talk.
No, I mean, one thing that I would point to more is the washing out today. It seems like today, at least, and even the high cap leaders, our leadership, there's some pretty good washout today. So we can start running through that. Maybe let's take a look. Of course, Apple we've already talked about.
Yep.
But let's keep working our way down. Right, Microsoft hasn't shown us anything to get bullish about on the daily, continuing the downtrend. Right. And really pushing down, continuing new lows.
Oh, but look at that 235. I mean,
Exactly.
who's in there at 235? I mean, someone's there at 235. I mean, I like that. Mitch going through the top components again, man. What are you trying to get a raise or something? I'd give you a raise.
I'm learning.
Google, new low of the move, 96.52. But we've talked about as much relative strength that Apple and Tesla have had. It's been the opposite with Google. I mean, when you had that nice bounce, the 50% bounce, Google nothing. Didn't even go near that. I think I figured it, but we can do it just for blanks and giggles here. When you're looking from the all-time high, right? Come on, retracement tool. Let me try one more time because I think this is an important exercise here because I'm not a huge relative, but look at this. Okay, when off that June low, okay, we're rallying, the market's rallying, the S&Ps went over 50% of its move by 100 points, right? What did this one do? Missed it by what? missed it by $4. So I just wanted to illustrate that. So let's just start running these down real quick because this is a good exercise as we start to fade here. As the sell orders are coming off the desk of the New York Stock Exchange. They're getting to the floor brokers right now. Amazon, another bad day for Amazon. That FedEx news that was been down ever since. Not a new low of the move yet. Tesla, no news on. I noticed the EVs were weak this morning. Tesla is clinging to a really important level here. Looks like we
I,
breached it. What do you
I
got for
think
me in
this
Tesla?
was I think this was CarMax. I actually think this was CarMax.
Good
Why
call.
why could it be because the CarMax? Well, because everyone's just got their confirmation on the car industry, right? We were all kind of concerned about recession. We were all seeing that the used car sales were coming down. New cars average new sale given by CarMax, given by Kelly Blue Book was $48,000, right? Eventually, I mean, in a recession time, are people going to be buying vehicles up at $48,000? I don't think that can happen for
Well,
too
you
long.
guys, you guys chastised me this morning when I was talking about Volkswagen. Well, I said Volkswagen IPO, and then you guys said, rich people are still going to buy rich things. So,
Well, you said
um,
Porsche, not Volkswagen. Those two different things.
well, Porsche, you're right, you're right. But yeah, you're right. CarMax, Tesla. I just want to alert our Tesla investors here that we're at a critical point here.
Yeah,
We
critical.
hit the low. Look at that. You know how I love two lows, three lows in the same area. You're bearing down on it, so ooh boy, better catch a bid tomorrow. Berkshire, boy, that's way off its high. Much relative strength there a little bit in Berkshire. I'm surprised with Apple getting whacked today. UNH, this has been a stalwart, but it has backed off. 500 looks to be key there. Johnson and Johnson. Oh, look at that! I haven't looked at J&J in a while. No one cares about J&J. I don't even think we talk about when they do earnings. But boy, you sure got a great resistance level right there. 167 and a half, 168. ExxonMobil. It showed a little bit of green there, baby. Up 4 cents.
Yeah,
That
finally something
yeah,
gets into the green.
yeah, up 4 cents. I have to adjust my end of the day write up. I already put it in the day as being in the red. Nvidia, yeah, new low of the move. I don't know what to say about that. You know what? If you have an appetite for risk, which not many people have right now, look at this little move that you had in Facebook, right? I still call it Facebook. You got two lows and a 134 handle, right? 34.12, 34.27. You had an eight set, an eight buck move, right? So half of eight is four. So you're already giving back half at 138. But man, maybe you lean on those lows. I haven't seen that happen in a while in Facebook. And then that's it. That's rounding up. Right though, those stocks that I gave you, that's what I keep up on the front page. That is, well, it was like 29, 30% of the index, but I'm sure it went down a little bit today.
And if you're thinking, well, maybe some defensive names I can look for. Well, not there either. Take a look at PG, down decent, down
Oh, I
2.36%.
mentioned PG. I was trying to, I thought, with Mark this morning, the market's going down, the market's going down. We're like, well, give us some short candidates, and I'm
Right?
like, and then I lofted up this Procter and Gamble to him, and he didn't bite on it. New low of the move, PG. With this retracement is no longer valid, so we will get rid of this. What else, man? What else is defensive? Oh, you know what? How's Coca-Cola doing? I mean, aren't people going to drink Coca-Cola no matter what? How's Coke doing?
uh, Not hanging on either.
No. What
Look
about?
at Estee Lauder, down 4.29% today.
Oh, well, this is easy. Estee Slaughter today. Look at
Getting it.
that. Totally. Yeah, that's a pretty big move. But what was the other beast, the makeup beast that was holding on? Um, That's where you go a lot.
One that was hanging
Alta.
on, Ulta. Yeah, Ulta's definitely a favorite. A defensive that was hanging on that turned around from kind of highs is General Mills.
Oh yeah, because people got to eat, right?
Yeah, people gotta eat, but look at that. Maybe they're not gonna eat too much anymore. Nah,
Gap
they're
up
still gonna
after.
eat, but man,
Yeah, those gap up
earnings
after
gap.
earnings, right? They're kind of tough. Another stock, and I don't know if we talked about it bearish enough yesterday, but this Biogen. I mean, come
Yeah, I couldn't.
on. Yeah. I mean, is that gonna hold that gap? That entire I don't know if it's gonna fill the gap, but historically, when that thing has had those kind of gap ups like that, you did get a shot. I talked to investors about getting a shot at. No, you didn't get a shot at that. Well, what was the daily close? They didn't even give you a shot at the close yesterday. The close was 76.61, and they missed it by $5. That means people want out. They want out of this one. So be careful. Be careful if you haven't taken any profits on that Biogen yet.
We're trying to make our way back into the hourly range. Can we get back above the
61 is
363?
my number. 30. Let's all just say 36.61. Let's all chant 36.61. Because maybe that will still be the low close of the move. I don't know. We still, this thing can move 10 points in a heartbeat. But that was the close. I didn't mark the day, but I think that was now I go to my S&P chart. And then that messes everything up because that was Tuesday's close, 36.61. So that's the low close of the move. And then 36.70. Look at this redness here, too. Look at this. Look at this.
Ugh,
Ugh, look at this.
not what
Down
we
day.
want to see.
This down day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, one up day. Whee! And then boom. Right back down.
Pow.
Pow. All right. What
Yeah.
else you got for me?
Well, it looks like it was a cloudy day because First Solar couldn't hold up.
Yeah, that you do an upgrade on a day like this, and you're asking for trouble. And what we talked about, it was trading up with, and we talked about it with our investors this morning. Was what's old? What? Not, it's not the old time. I keep saying that. Dennis got me saying that, and I know it's not. The high close of the move has been 137.04. That wasn't the day that it made the high of the move, but that was the day. That was in the 19th. So the Bulls, they opened it relatively flat. They got a little giddy. They took it up to 38.19. But boom, they went shoosh and flushed it down the toilet. We got to keep an eye on 129, the lower 129 handle, because it got to 29.08 yesterday and 29.23 today. So it might turn out to be a reason to buy it today. It just wasn't off the open.
Just one trade that I've been seeing actually be consistent there with the dollar. Maybe it's not the overall market because we did see down today in the overall market in the red, but who knows the way it's going right now. Gold and silver have been a good trade with that dollar down move. So if you take a look at that, it's just been kind of more of that FX effect that you normally get when you have a strong dollar and it starts turning around. You'll see gold and silver take a little bit of a push. Silver not having a bad day, at least into the green for basic materials. It's not much that's in the green, so it's hard to find it, but that at least is a trade that I see still working. Aluminum still
Wait, just I
closing
want to
green
say
also.
for people just tuning in,
Yeah,
this is Joel Elconin, and I am doing the show this afternoon with R2D2
yeah.
from Star Wars.
It's a
So
new bot from Twitter.
but Jason told me he was going to hire a bot to replace you. Is this the first day that he put it into action?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if he can make two of me because I'll take it if I can get it.
Micron. People want to talk Micron. I
Yeah,
mean,
let's take a look at it. Earnings after the bell. I'll give you kind of their earnings estimates here. $1.30 per share on revenue, 6.68 billion. So let's see if they're able to meet their numbers, right? They tried to maybe lower the bar with that pre-announcement. Did they lower it enough? We're gonna find out.
good day. I mean, you guys get hear me saying the same stuff over and over again. Relative strength, though. You made your low for the move. as of last week. So if you get a little blip down, 48.45 has been the low of the move. If this thing gets the hops, I mean, oh boy, I wouldn't want to be short. But if I was looking for targets, intermediate targets, you know what? I wouldn't throw anything out at 52.51 because, they like to go to whole numbers. But man, I would like to see what happens in the 53 area because you had those three lows in a row, 277, 301, and 345. So, if you're playing it for a little scalp, who knows what the numbers are going to be. Um, we'll take a look at that the 53 on the upside but someone's buying here, right? This is the 15-minute chart. Maybe someone's covering a short in their earnings. I don't know if it's new buyers. And that was another thing that you made a good call on yesterday, Mitch. You were like, it just seems like, at least from what we're seeing now, there's really, I mean, people are just renting stocks yesterday, right?
Renting them, yeah.
Yeah, because of the the Bank of England move. But
Yeah, and the uncertainty overnight has just been let's just say it, it's hard. Like even though you're like positioned in the right way, and I feel like I could feel the feeling of Dennis, like every day he's more positioned in a certain direction. That's hard to get through right now because an overnight there's no questioning of what could possibly happen, what catalyst could come out, because it seems like if you try to call it, I mean, anything under the sun can fall under you, or maybe under the moon, because overnight it's been tough markets. So swing traders out there are reluctant to take a lot of the swing trades that they normally would take in this market. And that's where I do the best. I feel I do the best really in swing trading. Maybe 2 to 2 week hold, somewhere between that, 2 days to 2 weeks, somewhere in there. I do really well and haven't taken many of these this year just because it's so difficult to understand where the market's going. Let's go to Nike now.
Real quick, Sidney Osborne's asking me if I'm friends with Jabba the Hutt. Actually, who's the big guy? Chewy?
Chewy, come on, of course.
I have that, yeah. And then Lloyd Locke. Do I believe the S&P can go another 20% lower? Well, I believe anything can happen. But you just gotta. I mean, that's a pretty big. That's a pretty pretty big prediction. So you just gotta take it one day one day at a time. But yeah, if I had to throw it out, are we going 20% lower from here or 20% higher? I don't know. I'd have to go 20%. I'd have to lean 20% lower, but you never know. What do you got there? What was
just
that?
Playing a little Star Wars in the background, a little Chewbacca action. I got it all ready under my belt here.
That's all the longs on Wall Street.
They're just like, get me out.
So, are we gonna get in trouble? Are we gonna get any fines for this, Mitch? Because I
don't shy away from it, man. What can I say? Sound the horn. I'm not worried about them. They can come after me.
Or do you just do it? Do you know? Do you know just how long to do it before you like? There you go.
What I'd say is, like they said on Star Wars,
execute Order 66.
Execute the order, guys. Execute that order for me. Get me out of the trade. Nike. Now, Nike's earnings here. I'll give you the preview. Nike is at 92 cents per share on revenue and 12.27 billion for the latest quarter for sales. They do sell some expensive shoes, right?
Who is that? The guy, look it up. And you got your pro open there, or did you close it? Because who got this thing moving was it that Jeffries analyst? Was it Jeffries? I think on this day right here. Yeah, I bet you. I know my memory does. I know I'm an old man, but I can still remember a few things. And I would say Jeffries downgraded this either on the 20th or the 21st.
All right. Now, one stock that I did miss that finally just filled the gap today, Foot Locker. related to Nike, right? It came down in the last couple of days with the market finally coming down. It was just hanging up there like a floating island. I was
Yeah.
waiting to attack
Yeah.
that
Did you
short,
get
but
it? I love
no,
that.
because I mean, it went down on Thursday and Friday when I was gone. So by the time I took a look at this, it was already in the middle of the gap, and I'm not going to take a middle in the gap.
But what
So
about when it went to 34? Well, is it what? Yeah, look at those. Yeah, Mitch, maybe I gotta hop on live trading with you because man, this thing was telling you 34,
yeah.
33.75, 34, open 34.23, go, takes 2 pennies higher and then boom, pierces that 34. I probably wouldn't have been much. Look at that. You got no heat. No
Hmm.
heat when it went to
None.
34. Those are guys. Okay, we're trying. It's these pre-market at the close people that are in there with their MOC buy orders. They're trying to get us to close above 36.61, and I think we're going to come up just shy on this one, folks. Currently trading 36.56.
Overall, I think this is not a bad way to close the day. Even though it was a red day, even though we broke through, where are we closing? Not below. And that's what I wanted to keep a close eye on was would we recover back to 363 on the SPY? Because then you're just back into the range that you were yesterday, right? I mean, that whole action goes down. There's some wicks there. And one of the things that I've been saying lately that I feel like is a quote that I need to start copywriting or some trademarking is wicks are tricks. And I've been seeing so many wicks in this type of market, whether it's to the upside when we get those bullish moves or to the downside like we're getting today. If you took a look at it, on the daily, if you look at those wicks actions, it's going to make it look a lot more bearish than what it really is because the close coming right back into the range.
Did we get some buying balances there?
Let me take a quick look. I've been not trying to look at my Benzinga Pro too much for the internet issues, but let me just take a quick look.
Okay, yeah, because I saw you. I saw you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, these closing balances really haven't had as much.
Yeah, I don't know they have that much edge as people like to
Yeah.
look at
You
them
know when
too
the
much.
balances a little bit on Fridays with the
Oh,
weekly options expirations, and then a little bit of obviously on the quad witches, but 350.
decent,
Yep.
decent.
Yep.
1.3 billion to the buy side.
Okay. So a little boost, little people. Now we're hearing, yeah, they get it. Someone went, yeah, sold, boom, and offset those. But I mean, you can't put lipsticks on a pig, right? We did maintain that Globex low for yesterday, but we are unless things drastically change here in the next minute, we're posting a new closing low for the move, right? So that's what we'll be keying on here tonight and early in tomorrow's session, Mitch. So I know your internet's been going out, so let's wrap things up here on this Thursday. Let's get out of September, right, and into October.
Wake me up when September ends. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And we got one more day in September. So hopefully it's not that one. See you guys at PreMarket Prep. Cannabis Insider up next. Go check out what's going on in the cannabis industry. See you next time, team.